Good evening and welcome. I'm Vincent McCory. This is Africa 54. Now, the election day is election day in Uganda, and within the last half hour, in most parts of the country, the deadline for voters to stand in line and cast their ballots in the presidential and parliament election has expired. Voters faced long lines and delayed openings at some polling stations because of late ballot deliveries. President Yoweri Museveni is seen here arriving at last week's debate. Has been in power for 30 years. 7 candidates are challenging Museveni, most prominently opposition leader Kizza Besigye, who has lost to him 3 times in the past. Some voters say their priority is peace and stability for Uganda, while others hope for change and a new regime. Now, for the latest on the Ugandan election, the host of US Straight Talk Africa program, Shaka Sali, joins me by phone from Kampala. Good evening, Shaka.
Good evening, Vincent, or in fact, good morning or good afternoon. Good morning, in fact.
Exactly. Now, in Kampala, we're getting some news there. Can you update us, especially regarding Mr. Kizza Besigye?
I gather that Kizza Besigye has been arrested in a place called Naguru, which is a suburb of the Ugandan capital, Kampala.
Well, we wonder why at this stage, but nevertheless, can you update us on how the turnout was for today's election?
Well, first of all, the turnout recent, from what I gather, was huge. There is no question that a lot of people came out today to cast their votes. But what is interesting is that places as far away as Kabale, for example, the Electoral Commission was able to do its job and deliver the ballot papers there. But when it comes to suburbs of Kampala, we're talking about Makerere University area, we're talking about Kawempe, we're talking about Mukono, we're talking about Kiburi, Entebbe. These are places that are near the capital Kampala, near the headquarters of the Electoral Commission, but the EC was unable to deliver the ballot papers on time. In some places, in fact, they delivered them in the afternoon, like 2 p.m., President.
And we know that they did actually extend the voting time up to a few minutes ago. The question is, did they give an explanation for the delay, and was the extended time enough to make up?
That is what is still unknown, Vicent. Of course, the officials have already stated that they have extended the time up to 7 p.m. and in some other polling stations up to tomorrow. By the way, these are opposition strongholds. You're looking at around about 3 million voters in those particular areas.
And that is very significant. In terms of security, how has been the situation? People feared for violence.
Well, first of all, so far, at least the process really has been peaceful. The security forces are pretty much all over the place, in particular the police, some elements of the military and the crime preventers. People are worried, especially when results begin to come in. People are so anxious because, man, there are 2 types of people here. There are those who want to continue with more of the same, and there are those, and especially the young, who are looking for change.
Well, Shaka, thank you very much. Shaka Sali, reporting live from Kampala, Uganda.